Hey, 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 welcome to the Phoenix Rise podcast. Clare here, your host. So happy to have you back with us. If you're new here, welcome to the tribe. This is the place where we talk all things spirituality, mindset, and business. Yes, I know, and business. Who knew you could have the best of both worlds? Who knew you didn't have to sacrifice? Well, over here, it's 3D and 5D, awakening and ambition, spirituality and success. Oh, yes. You know why? Because you're worthy of it all, babe. Now, today, we have got a really exciting podcast. I posted this post earlier today, and so many people reached out to me in the DMs so quickly. I was like, okay, we need to do a podcast on this because so many of you found it really insightful, and I want to make sure that more of you hear this message if you're not on socials or whatever. So we are going to dive in to how to hit your first 10K month. So I want you to know first and foremost that strategy is only 20% of your success. Okay. If you don't work on the mindset and the identity of who you need to be in order to attract and hold on to those 10K months, those 6-figure years, right? Then this will only get you so far. But that being said, this podcast, we are going to focus on that strategy. And we're going to go through 4 main steps that are going to help you. If you focus on these 4 steps, you will be well onto your way to hitting those first 10K months. And I know that you think you want the money. You don't, but you're not going to know that until you get there. And then we can talk about other stuff. But let's get you there first, right? So we're going to dive in. We're going to start with number 1. So number 1 is having multiple revenue streams. So 99.9% of 6, 7, and even 8-figure entrepreneurs have more than one revenue stream. If you are stuck offering one-to-ones, offering only one service, one product, one offer, how are you ever going to become the visionary, become the thought leader that you're here to be when you're in the work, when you're stuck delivering the service, delivering the product, delivering the offer? You can't ever step up from out on the kind of the front lines, right? You're always in it. You need to start thinking like a 6, 7, 8-figure entrepreneur. We're talking an entire office suite. We're talking VIP upgrades. We're talking monetizing your podcast. We're talking guesting on other people's podcasts, speaking opportunities, PR, creating your own stages. How else can you be of service to your people? How else can you help them get to where they want to be? Because if you're only offering one thing, then that's only one way that you can help them, right? But they need help with a whole range of things. So think about, what else do they want from you? What else do they need from you? And how can you start offering that? Maybe it's having more than one business, like me. I'm birthing my 4th at the moment, but they all interconnect, they all interlink, and they all stand alone. And then within each of those businesses, I'll have multiple offers, multiple services, multiple ways to help people. For instance, in Phoenix, mastermind, retreats, a whole offer suite that's being built out at the moment, as well as high-level one-to-one. Within Full Moon Crystals, obviously, we sell crystals, but we also have courses for how to work with crystals. We're also now offering co-branding for other spiritual practitioners who want to sell ethically sourced crystals, but don't want the hassle of being a full-on crystal seller themselves. So think about other ways that you can be of service, because this is going to add to your income and your impact. And ultimately, that's what it's all about, right? The 2 I's, income, impact. The 2 go hand in hand, because the more impact that you're making, the more income is going to come your way. But you have to focus on the impact first to give you the income, not the other way around. So that's your number one. Now, number two, start delegating. If you say that you cannot afford to outsource, it's because you've waited too long to outsource. Shoot me. It's the truth, okay? I know that's going to ruffle some feathers, but I don't care, because I was you. I was one of those people that would say, I'll outsource or I'll delegate, I'll build a team when I make more money. I'll do this when I'm more successful, when I have more clients, when I have more monthly revenue coming in. You need to start now, because again, think about it. How can you be the thought leader, the visionary leader that you're here to be, when you're stuck in the doing? When you're so focused on delivering the service to that one client, how can you ever step outside of that and be the bigger picture? You can't. And the irony is that you're not good at all of that stuff. Okay? You might think you are, and you might be okay, but you have a specific zone of genius. You have a specific area that is your superpower, that is what lights up your entire body, that is what you're here to do. So for me, it's communication, it's talking, it's those relationships. That's where I'm good, and that's what lights me up. So when I focus on that, the rest gets delegated to people that love to do those things. It's not like you're lumbering someone with the crap. You're actually helping them do more of what they love to do. Because if you're not an expert graphic designer and you're sat spending 5 hours on Canva trying to look at your next social media post or your next big brand or whatever it is, you could be doing something that is more in your zone of genius, that is going to magnetize more people to you, create a bigger impact in the world. And someone who actually loves that graphic design could be doing that. Someone whose whole body gets lit up by the idea of creating that graphic design, they could be doing that. And you could be doing what you're here to do. And if you're a visionary entrepreneur, it's not to be sat behind Canva. I promise you this, because you are not creating a big impact in the world sat there. So focus on your 5% area of genius. Delegate, outsource the rest. Because what came first, the chicken or the egg, right? You have to outsource before you feel ready, because that's when you create more space in your life to see other opportunities, to reach a bigger audience, to step outside of the norm, to do something different so that you can create something different, so that you can experience something different, so that you can feel something different, so that you can be something different. Because if we keep repeating the same things over and over again and expecting a different result, it's kind of madness, right? So you have to do different things in order to achieve a different outcome. So start delegating. Okay, number 3, build your own community. Now, if you can't find a stage to speak on, build your own. If you can't find a table to sit at, create your own. Stop worrying about where your audience are going to be, how you're going to find them, how you're going to chase them down, and start building a community that is going to attract them, that they want to be a part of. Start magnetizing them. Move from the masculine energy of trying to push your way and barge your way and force your way into finding your people. Step into your feminine and start building the place that they want to come to. This is one of the best tips that I can give you, because instead of chasing, you're attracting. And when you're in that energy of creating and of being and of serving, you are so much more magnetizing. So whether it's a mastermind, whether it's a membership, a virtual summit, a Facebook group, an event, the world is your oyster, right? The options are limitless. But be the thought leader, be the visionary that brings your people to you, that brings your tribe together. Because that's how you start positioning yourself as the authority. That's how people start looking at you and thinking, wow, what does she know that I don't know? How can she help me? And this all adds to your income and your impact, right? This is how you start to create the revenue streams that will bring in those first 10K months. Okay, and then number 4, focus on your brand. You are your brand, okay? Not your offer, not your product, not your service, not your business. You are your brand. Because you could be someone like me and have multiple businesses, but I am a brand in itself. People know me as Claire. They know me as Empowered Phoenix Rise. That is me, my brand. My businesses come under that. They then have their own identities, their own niches, their own purposes, but they are not my brand. I am my brand. Just as you are your brand, because people buy from people. If they don't see you or they don't connect to you, then they will not buy from you. And this is not just about putting your face on the picture or, showing up on a live. This is about wearing your heart on your sleeve. This is about being real. This is about sharing not just your successes, but your failures. This is about being vulnerable, sharing your story, sharing your journey, sharing your experiences, sharing how you got from where you were to where you are now. Because when people connect with that human, that's when they see themselves in you. But if you are hiding behind imaging, you're hiding behind filters, you're hiding behind funny content, whatever it is, maybe you're not even showing up, or you're dimming down your voice, or you're not saying what you truly want to say for fear of, rejection or judgment or what people are going to think about you, or the naysayers or the trolls, you're also rejecting your tribe. You're also hiding the very part of yourself that is going to attract them. So you're not only doing yourself a disservice by not truly embracing who you are and everything that you've been through and everything that you stand for, but you're also jeopardizing your people from finding you, because it's in that rawness, it's in that realness that they will connect with you. And that they will start to trust you, and people buy from people they know, like, and trust. And if you're not being real and raw and genuine and authentic and human, then they won't trust you. And that is the difference between staying as someone who just gets by to elevating yourself as the industry leader, as the thought leader, as the trailblazer, as the visionary. It's about owning your story, standing on top of it, and bringing others up the mountain with you. Not standing on the top and just saying, this is where I am. I'll see you guys when you get here. They need to know how you got there and that you can help them along on that journey. And the way that they know that is from you telling them that, from you sharing that. And this all creates, again, more impact and more income. Because when you focus on your brand, you attract people who are ready to buy. Okay? You're not attracting people who are still stuck in their trauma, who are still stuck in their pity party, who are still stuck on the sidelines of wanting but never doing. You start attracting the people who are ready to take action, who are ready to level up, who are ready to invest, and they want to know that you are the person for them. How do they know that? From your brand, from you, from your story, from your journey, from the words you speak, from how you show up, from the places that you show up, from the platforms that you show up, from how you show up. Because when you show up, you glow up. And when you glow up, you grow up, right? And this is all about growth. Growth of income, growth of impact. The two go hand in hand. And when you are able to own that, that is going to radiate through every place that you show up. And in return, that is going to create the law of attraction to bring it back to you. So these are your 4 tangible steps to start focusing on, to start creating those 10K months. If you focus on all 4 of these and you really nail them, it will start to happen. There's no possible way that it can't, but you have to focus on all 4. You can't just do 1 and forget the others. You can't just do 2 and forget the others. You have to focus on all 4. And when you start doing that, watch your ecology change. Watch the world around you change. Watch your bank balance change. Watch the impact that you're making change. Because change creates change. As you change, your audience change, and everyone grows together. But you have to lead the way. You have to shine the light. You have to be the beacon that radiates this message to everyone. So, quick reminder, number 1, multiple revenue streams. You cannot just focus on having 1. All of your eggs in one basket, it's never going to work. Lockdown. If that happened and you only had 1 business and it was something that was subject to, being hit by that, then you're screwed. You need to be smart about how you can help your people, and in different ways. Start thinking outside the box. Start thinking like the visionary. Start thinking like the successful 6, 7, 8-figure entrepreneur that you are here to be. Number 2, start delegating. If you can't afford to delegate, you've waited too long. Start now. VA, first thing. First thing, get a VA. Doesn't have to cost you very much money, but the amount that you save in time will pay that back and tenfold. If you never delegate, you will never grow. Facts. Number 3, build your own community. Stop trying to hunt down your dream clients and start attracting them to you. Start building the place that they want to be, that they want to come to, that they are magnetized to. And number 4, focus on your branding. You are your brand. People need to know, like, and trust you. They need to see you, feel you, and resonate with you. They need to know you. They need to resonate with your story, and they need to trust that you are authentic, that you are genuine, that you care. And most of all, they need to know that you understand what they're going through, because you've been through it too. They need to see that you've been on that journey and that you know how to lead them the way. So these are your 4 steps. I would love to hear from you. Which step is the kind of the light bulb moment for you? How you're going to start implementing these into your life as the visionary? How you're going to start integrating these so that you can stop doing and start being, so that you can step into this next level of success. And if you are still wanting more to try and hit those 6 figures, to try and start getting those 10K months, my new free mastermind, my new free masterclass, Mindset Mastery, that is a mouthful, is being released Thursday, the 23rd of November. So depending on when you're watching or listening to this, it may have already been released. If not, head to my bio, book your seat. It's completely free. And we are going to go deep dive into the 3-step blueprint to start unlocking your 6-figure frequency. Because remember, 80% of this is mindset work. And that's what we're going to dive into in the masterclass. So I would love to see you all there. And until next time, remember, you are your brand. You are here for a purpose. You have a mission. Stand on top of your story and lead the way for others to climb that mountain with you. Okay, until next time, much love.
Yeah.